Shouldn't Christians celebrate Christmas? Did you know there are biblical reasons not to celebrate Christmas? Here's why. Christmas is not a Christian celebration, but a pagan festival that was adapted by the church to replace an ancient Roman celebration in honor of the god Saturn. December 25th was chosen because it was the birthday of the sun god, a false deity worshipped by many peoples. Christmas is not the birthday of Jesus, as the Bible does not reveal the exact date. In fact, Jesus was likely born between September and October because on the night of his birth, shepherds were in the fields with their sheep, which would not happen in winter. Christmas is a time of sin, as people indulge in consumerism, materialism, and idolatry. For this reason, Christians should not celebrate Christmas, but should instead obey God's word and worship him alone. The birth of Jesus should be remembered every day, not just on a date invented by men. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments.
If Jesus wasn't born on December 25th, then when does the Bible say he was born? It's actually provable and very simple. In order to identify the time when Jesus was born, we have to start with John the Baptist, because we know exactly how many months that Jesus was born after John. The Gospel of Luke shows that before John was born, his father, Zacharias, was performing his priestly duties in the temple when an angel appeared and told him that he and his wife, Elizabeth, would have a son named John. So when he finished his priestly duties, he went home, followed instructions, and Elizabeth became pregnant. She conceived shortly after Zacharias came home from the temple. So if we can determine when he served in the temple, we can know when she became pregnant, when John was born, and finally, when Jesus was born. The priests were broken into 24 groups or divisions, with each division serving in the temple for 1 week at a time, from Sabbath to Sabbath. They continued in their weekly rotation except during the 3 annual holy day seasons, when all 24 divisions served together. Zacharias was of the division of Abijah, which was the 8th of the 24 divisions. In the year 5 BC, which many scholars agree was the year John was conceived, the first group of priests began their service on the Sabbath of what today we would call April 8th. Their service ended the next Saturday, April 15th. So the second week in the weekly rotation was from April 15th to the 22nd. The next week was actually the Feast of Unleavened Bread, when all the priests served together. This was from April 22nd to the 29th. Divisions 3 through 7 lasted from April 29th to June 3rd. Then June 3rd to the 10th was the 8th division, when Zacharias served in the temple. But the Feast of Pentecost was actually on Sunday the next week, when all the priests would be in town from June 10th to the 17th. So Zacharias would have been serving in the temple for 2 consecutive weeks. It was during this time the angel told him that he and his wife would have a son and name him John. Luke 1 verses 23 and 24 say, "As soon as the days of his service were completed, he departed to his house, and his wife Elizabeth conceived." Assuming she became pregnant during the following 2 weeks, June 18th to July 1st, we can count the normal 40 weeks of pregnancy from that time and know that John would have been born between March 25th and April 7th in 4 BC the following year. Now that we know the approximate time John was born, we can know when Jesus was born, because in the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, Mary became pregnant with Jesus, meaning Jesus would have been born right at 6 months after John the Baptist. This would bring us to the fall of 4 BC. So using this evidence in the Bible, we can prove that Jesus would have likely been born somewhere between September 16th and September 29th in the fall of 4 BC. His fall birth actually corresponds with the chronology given in the Gospels, indicating that Jesus was 33 and a half years old when he was crucified in the spring of 31 AD. And this autumn birth would have also been on or around what the Bible calls the Feast of Trumpets, a day that pictures the return of Jesus Christ. Being able to prove these truths from the Bible strengthens our foundation as Christians. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends, click the like button, and subscribe to our channel. To learn more about Christmas, click the link in the description below. To see a timeline of the 3 days and 3 nights Jesus was in the grave, click here. Thanks for watching. To learn more, go to our website, tomorrowsworld.org.
Did you know that in the calendar terms AD and BC, AD doesn't mean after death? It actually stands for Anno Domini, which translates to in the year of the Lord, meaning the birth date of Jesus. But the date of 1 AD for Jesus, according to most biblical scholars, is off by 4 years. Perhaps then it's fitting for 1 AD to mark the point in our history where very little history was made. It serves as the transition point to a new common era, making BCE and CE more appropriate terms for use in our historical record. If you like my content, hit the like button and subscribe, and also check out my Patreon.
Real Christians should not celebrate Christmas. Christmas, Santa Claus, or Jesus being born in December 25th is not mentioned anywhere in the Bible. In fact, Bible condemns putting up Christmas trees because it's a pagan ritual. December 25th is not the birthday of Jesus Christ, but it is a pagan festival called Saturnalia.